think we're live. Yeah, we are. Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hello, anything. Welcome to Quarantine Tuesdays, everybody. With your host, Taytayski. Just kidding. How y'all doing? I feel like it's the Thursday or Tuesday. That's a long time that I'm away from you guys. Feels great to be back. Everyone enjoy their weekends. Hello, Joe Kaiser. Glad to have me back. Hey, same. Thanks. Ray C, hello. Yeah, my first time live. I'm usually doing these off of YouTube. Great to see you, Christy Lane. Everyone welcome Christy to the party. I know there's people watching on YouTube right now. Sorry if it's weird that I'm doing like talking to comments that you can't see. But some people say they like it when they watch these videos on YouTube alone. Because then it feels like you're hanging out with all of us. But like I said, every time I do highly suggest trying to get to a live because they're lots of fun. Right, guys? Hey, Tay, it's Chase. Hello, Chase. Brody said, are you ready to paint a cutie sunflower? You guys are right. I've infiltrated your brains. You're all going to say cutie. Frida now. Sorry. You just went into a new house and haven't unpacked paint stuff yet. Hey, that's okay. Like we're saying, you can go watch this on YouTube after. Thanks for hanging out. I hope people come hang out. Because when people are painting, they can't comment, and then I just feel like there's nobody here. So you guys hanging out and keeping the chat going, I appreciate you. Yes, the cat shirt. Oh, heck yeah. You guys, it's a mess because I painted it, but like, me and one of my best friends bought this shirt on her birthday years ago. She has a different one, different cat. But, Meowvelous, heck yeah. Thanks, Christy. If it isn't the art master, well, thank you. I haven't proclaimed myself the master, but I appreciate that you guys do. Hello, now that the sun is coming out, sunflower time. Heck yeah, Michelle, and I'm assuming Alyssa is there too. Yeah, a lot of people have requested flowers. As I was stated many times, I'm not great at painting flowers, you guys, so it's intimidating for me to teach you guys how to how to paint them as well. So that's why I chose a sunflower, because I think that is a nice, easy middle ground for us all. You can also, if you have Qtips at home, grab some Qtips, because we can do some cool effects with those. We're going to feel like we're in like an elementary art school, but like we're going to do it. Elementary art class, sorry. For you newbies, I usually wait about 10 minutes to let everybody kind of trickle in. I see the numbers are raising a little bit as we go. That's great. I'll go over some of the regular housekeeping rules. Like, not rules, whatevers. I will teach you how to draw with paint, but some people prefer to start with a pencil. I always go outline, like I always with shape lay out what we're going to be painting and drawing first. But some people like to do it in pencil, and that's totally fine. You can go for it. Use pencil if you want. I would just suggest if you're on a canvas and you're going to be using acrylic paint after, don't press too hard. It gets a little powdery, and that graphite will mix with your paint, and it'll be muddy, and you'll be pissed, okay? Evening Tay, trust the process, 100%. That is rule number 2. Thank you, Justin, for the prop and for rule number 2. Trust the process is huge. Everyone's drawings and paintings look weird as heck halfway through, in the middle, at the start, whatever. Trust the process. If yours doesn't look like mine, don't stress, because they shouldn't. Everyone's looks different anyway. But halfway through, I'll go and show everybody else's paintings and photos to see where everyone else is at. People do that by following me on Instagram down here, sending me DMs, and I will show them on here. If you ever tag me in a story, I will share it on my story, no matter what, okay? Instagram, Taytayski, 100%. Hello, Ashlyn. Everybody, Ashlyn had her baby. Say congratulations, Ashlyn. Please ask questions. If you have a question, do not be afraid to ask. I am not a trained art teacher. I'm not an art teacher. I just paint for a living, and I figured out a lot of stuff on my own. So I might even be teaching some things weird and wrong. So if I teach it too fast, if I teach it weird, just let me know, because you could be helping someone else at home, someone watching the YouTube video later. Everyone's saying congrats to the new baby mama. I love that. I teach it the easiest, most straightforward way, and then you can decide if you want to add more detail and bring it up a step if you are more intermediate painter or not. I just want everybody to have a good time and be able to paint something that they could never imagine. So we're bare bones in it from the start here. Oh, hello, bueno. Always good to see you in the group. So yeah, like I don't teach like proper color theory. There's like proper ways of coloring, mixing colors. I'm gonna teach you like bare bones, easy peasy, so you at home can get something cool. Okay? Hello, chicken lady. Thanks for the prop and your presence. Lastly, if you are not using acrylic paint and you don't have white, so if you are pencil crayoning, just penciling, watercoloring, I need you to be aware from the beginning that you cannot add white on top. The technique that I teach in acrylic, you do dark. I paint dark and add light as I go. So then the last step is bright, pure white, so we can paint the white on top. Thanks for the props, guys. Thanks, Nathan. But if you're painting with watercolor, you don't have that option. So you're gonna have to look at the sunflower right now from the beginning, squint at it as hard as you can, and it'll be easier for you to differentiate between lights and darks. And you will just not paint where the white is. And where the dark is, you put layers. If you're pencil crayons, you paint layers. If you're watercolor, you paint layers to make things darker. Chase and I are so excited for this sunflower. Yes, I'm so excited you guys are back. We've missed ya. Yeah, guys, is that it? Did I touch all the bases? I'm not drinking alcohol or anything today, you guys. This is just, what did I call it? Steeped water. Is that a thing? I put basil and mint and like berries in there. Okay, it is not even 8:10. I thought I talked so much. You're right, anything. I should just show the thick and thin line right now instead of in the middle. Okay, let's do that. So, don't worry guys, we're not starting the painting. I see some people just snuck in. Don't worry. This is just a helpful tip. If I can find a good paintbrush, let's do this one. So many people love this part and it makes me laugh that it's so well received. Okay, so pressure with your paintbrush is very important at any painting you do, especially an outline. Outline is the most annoying. I love how every time I show this, there's going to be that cutie little llama with a sombrero down here. Okay, I'm using a little paintbrush, okay? And you can see if I hold the paintbrush like this, I'm touching the this way. I'm touching the canvas with just the tip, so very lightly, hardly any pressure at all. And I move across the canvas and it's a nice thin line. Am I right? Am I right? But if you press super hard, so you can see from here, look, all the bristles are hitting the canvas, and pull across. Both of those lines are made with the same brush. So you can do thick and thin, it's all about the pressure. And I see someone is asking me, what number is your detail brush? And I'm only laughing because this just like goes back to that conversation I just had about me not being very professional. Because look at my paintbrush. All the paint has chipped off and all the tips, like I could not even tell you what number that is. Let's see if I have any that has a number on it. That would work. I'll have to look into that for you. Because I always use this paintbrush, but do I know what number it is? Nope. This is what it looks like very close. Which doesn't help in any way, but I'll hit you up with that answer later. Okay, so now it's 8:10. Perfect, on the dot. Is everybody ready? Take a drink or a snack. Take a breath. It's all fun. Don't be stressed out. We're supposed to have a good time, and you're supposed to just not think about anything. Sorry, Casillo, you won't, don't worry. there's times where I can chat better. Don't worry. There's nothing wrong with a lyric either, though, okay? All right, folks, take out your pencils, or if you want to paint like me, take out your smallest brush. It can be small, too. Like, some people might, if you're not getting the pressure down yet, like, you can use, like, tiny if you have tiny, but I personally, that's too tedious for me. You can take out your orange, or if you don't have orange, that is yellow and red mixed together, okay? For people who care exactly what I'm using a cadmium orange heavy body Liquitex acrylic. Can you see my palette? I'll do it down here. Okay. And so I don't take all my paints out at once. Like, some people like prepare their palettes with paint, like fill all the colors they're going to use. And especially with acrylic, I think, why do that? They're going to dry out quick. So I always just take out what I need when I need it, so I hopefully don't waste too much paint. Use that if you want. Is this like Christmas? No, we're not listening to that. Okay, and to start, we make a very watered down concoction, okay? It makes me laugh because you regulars are like, okay, Taylor, I get it. But there's new people every time. Okay, you dip your paintbrush in your water and kind of scoop out water onto your palette. See, those are little like water droplets, which are kind of dirty because I think my water's dirty. But you're going to take tiny little bits of your pigment or your paint, and you are going to make a chocolate milky consistency down here, okay? Very watery. We're not worried about substance. We're not worried about the paint staying, like, being bold. We just want to roughly lay out, map out what we're going to be painting, right? So, take a look at your canvas. Make sure that you are acknowledging the whole space, because when you don't look at the whole thing, people get caught painting their whole picture really small and not utilizing the whole canvas. So with your hands, you can even kind of lay out, you're like an inch away, like map out visually where you want this flower to go. And we're just going to start with the circle, the little middle of the flower, okay? And where should I do it? You're unfamiliar with caffeine and you don't get any sound. Is anybody able to help her with that in the comments? Other than refreshing. Oh yeah, you can't even hear me. She can't even hear me, you guys. Refreshing. Or... Okay, yeah. Well, you guys, thank you. You're helpful. Okay. So we got that watered down consistency. And we are gonna paint a circle. See, it's really rough. Like, it doesn't matter if it's perfect. You can loop around a couple times until it is the shape you want. See how mine's like messy? Like, I don't really care. And it's okay if you think your flower circle's too big, you can draw the petals in a little bit more. Like, it's really hard to ruin anything. Okay? And I'm not just saying that so that you feel better. Okay. And we are going to draw a line. You can skip. I'm just worried about some people's paints. Some people's paints won't be able to paint over top others well. So you can skip about an inch or two down and just draw a line straight down in the middle. Mine's not really centered, but that's okay. It's because I'm painting it from the side. And we're gonna come out just a line. Whoop! And we're gonna do another little line right there. I know I didn't do, sorry, I know Alyssa, you hate when I don't, or it stresses you out when I don't have the picture of the outline at the top, but this one is like so straightforward, I just couldn't even bring myself to do the circles. I knew you guys would figure it out. Okay. to think you're managing tonight. See? Good. I believe in you too. You can manage any night, but I believe in you. Okay, we are going to draw a line straight up. And this line's gonna bend a little bit over. I'm doing mine a little bit darker so that you guys can see it. You could do this in yellow if you wanted. I just think orange is nice so that the orange kind of pops through the whole piece. And then you're just gonna attach that baby with an arced line, okay? That's a leaf. Alright. We are going to be playing with those shapes a little bit more after. That's okay. We're just laying some stuff out. And now, same on this side. Just do a nice line out. You can make... These are leaves we're doing, so... They can be sporadic. You can put them wherever you want. They don't have to be where I'm placing mine right now. If you don't want. And again, another arc at the edge and come down. Like a teardrop. Full arc and come on down. The lady whose sound wasn't working, is it working? It's hard because if she can't hear the sound, she can't hear me talking to her. Okay. So we have orange out, right, folks? Get out of here. We are going to get a little bit bigger of a paintbrush. It's a Jenny. Yes. Okay, good. A medium-sized brush, medium to big. Again, it really depends what size your canvas is, what you use, but a bigger brush than you're using for outline, okay? And then we're going to go into the paint, and we are going to add more paint on our brush than water. You still want a wet brush because water is your friend with acrylic, but you don't want it to be that chocolate milky consistency, okay? We want it to be like a thicker, more paint than water consistency. And you are just going to fill in the circle. And I always say to be conscious of your brush strokes. So like I'm constantly doing my brush strokes in the circle mode. Does that make sense? In the circle rotation instead of painting it left to right, because I just kind of want to still imply the pattern you see on the sunflower anyway. If that makes any sense. Okay. Alrighty. I'll let you guys do that. See, I didn't even like color it in perfectly. This is, if you're using a pencil, sorry, my bad, I forgot about y'all. Put the pencil away. And go to paints. If you're using pencil and only pencil, keep on penciling on. Pencil crayoners, remember, you won't be able to paint the white spots on unless you have acrylic paint, of course. So really be conscious of having little white spots as you fill up your center. Acrylic painters, don't worry about it. Sorry if that's confusing that I'm just yelling at a bunch of different ones of you. So I am going to take out some brown. Just a little bit. If you don't have brown, there are ways to mix it properly. There's like orange and blue. Really mixing most of the like orange, red, and blue together will give you some browns. If you want just to put black in orange, a touch of black, because black's very strong. It'll take over any color you use, so be careful with black. But that's a nice, easy way to make a nice black if you want. My art teacher, like color theory art teachers, are probably just like cringing if they ever hear me say that, but Again, guys, this is all about just y'all at home having fun, okay? So, I'm still using the same paintbrush, okay? And I got some brown on there, or whatever color you have mixed. And you're gonna come a little ways inside of your circle, because when you look at the sunflower down here, you see where there's kind of like a reddy orange ring around it and a darker circle in the middle, right? So we're gonna come in, whatever. What is that? Half an inch? An inch? Here we go. Who knows? You eyeball it. And you are just gonna start stamping. I'll bring it close. There's more paint than water on your paintbrush. And you are just gonna start. Can you guys see that? I'm just like stamping, like bingo stamping this paintbrush around. Again, being conscious of your like direction of your paintbrush. Does that make sense? Dab it away. Just dab, dab. Oh, I'm thinking of tap it in. From Happy Gilmore. But just dab, dab it in. Okay. And again, it's okay if you're seeing like some of the orange pop through, like that's good. If it's wet, if your orange is still wet, that's okay. If you could draw that stem, you'd be happy. Fats. There's 50 other people out there potentially painting this at home, and I bet you could join them and do it too. That's what Quarantine Tuesdays are all about, okay? You guys at home painting stuff that you didn't think you could. I'm too old, my time has passed. No, not a good excuse. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, okay? You heard it here first, kids. It's too late for me. Go on without me. Look who it is, Ambreezy. Hello, how are you? Cutie. Okay. So good. Oh, I love to hear so good. I'm happy to hear you're so good. I'm good too, guys. It's paint night. I'm always having a good time. Okay, how are those cutie little sunflowers? Grunge Mania is late. Might have to do it on YouTube. You know what? If you are up for the challenge, I think you can catch up. Happy little sunflower. Yep. Tap, tap away. No mistakes here. Happy little accidents. Okay. They call me Barbara Ross. That's actually not even a lie. So many people have been calling me Barbara Ross. No, Barb, not Barbara. Barb Ross. So you literally draw an orange circle, and then you, with brown paint, just dab in a circle. You got it, I believe. Okay, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Alrighty, so we've got that cool center. It's probably wet, so we're just gonna let it hang out for a little bit, okay? We are going to paint some green bottoms. Okay? Again, easy peasy. Take out your green. If you don't got green, blue and yellow make green. You can mix a little white in there too if you want. You can play around with more blue than yellow, more yellow than blue to play with different like tones or shades of green. I don't know what the right word for that is. Green is my favorite color, but I hate painting this because there's so many different types of greens and they're all so touchy and annoying, and I just never know which one's good. Not to crush your guys' hopes and dreams on green, but okay. I'm using Hooker's Green Hue Permanent. Just a good old Hooker's Green. Whoa, whoa. It's just never gonna... You guys are just gonna have to trust me. And it will also be good to have a touch of white on your palette. The leaves were super easy too. Just make a Y and then add a line across. Oh my gosh, look, you guys helping each other out. I didn't even tell you guys how to paint. I didn't even tell you how to paint the trees. I'm not the trees. The leaves. My brain's everywhere. Hello, sweaty smack to you. Titanium white is right. Fats. What don't you, what do you mean you can't paint? You know what titanium white is, so you're obviously not new to the field. It's Cosmic Trumpet. Oh, hello, to change the username. Oh, does he? See, there you go. It actually, that's hilarious. The difference between me and Bob Ross, other than I'm a little lady, just kidding, is I use acrylic. He uses oil, so it's a very, very different process. But some things work still. Alright, let's get to these cutie little leaves. I'm going to use a medium-sized brush. Where, if I can find one. Medium. I was bought for Halloween. Spitting image, give or take 50 pounds. I love that. I would love to see that. Spitting image. So you look great in an afro, is what Fats is saying. Okay, take your green. Sorry guys, just tangent city over here today. Me, not y'all. And you are gonna get a nice mixture of water on your brush, but not chocolate milky. We want a good, more paint than water consistency. That painting looks already dope. Oh, well, thank you. It could be so many things right now, I feel like. It could be Kenny from South Park, almost. Okay, with this green, we are literally just gonna slob some green on. I want, in my practice, I like that the orange is popping through and that it is not, like, it's not solid. Does that make sense? Like, you can see the orange poking through. It's kind of out of the lines. I don't care. I think it's messy, and I like it. And you're just going to follow these and fill in those fill in those leaves. And as I did it, I realized I didn't really tell you what I was doing. But remember back to how I just told you at the start about your good old pressure. That line's pretty. I love that. You can paint full leaves with one brush in one stroke by pressure. You don't have to. Again, this is like an intermediate to beginner levels. But see how I did that in one stroke? I pushed super hard, so my whole paintbrush was filling the whole leaf. And then I released a little bit to make it skinnier, push and release with a little bit of a wiggle at the same time. Leaf, easy, right? So over here, for example, you can start really light and then press super hard on your paintbrush. Maybe give it a little wiggle and bring it down. Whoop. But you also can just normally go in and paint it like you would paint anything else. You don't have to do the pressure. You don't have to do it in one stroke. You can go in and color it in like any other one. I mean, like any other shape you would. You're a wizard, Tay. Well, I'm honored. I've just spent a lot of time in this studio. A countless amount of time. What did we say last time, you guys? Is it 10,000 hours it takes to perfect something? 10,000? 100,000? It was 10,000, right? And I've surpassed it. I've surpassed both. So anyone, there's faith in anyone, guys. Okay, that's what I thought this song was. I'm like, this sounds really familiar. And Fats was saying, come with me and you'll see. How's that, guys? How are your leaves looking? Did I stress you out with the one-stroke leaf? I'm just trying to teach you tricks every time that I forget about. You can add, like, if you want your leaf to be a little spiky on the edge, you can add some texture on there if you want. Hello, Mr. Freddy. You're treating this as a group project where you do all the, where I do all the work. Hey, that works too. That works too. It's a cool part, since you guys are new here, you haven't seen that. Soon I will show what everyone else is starting to look like, and it's so cool to see like 50 different sunflowers, like all kind of the same, but like not. And again, because I'm a sucker for layers, right, you guys? You're gonna grab a little swipe of white to mix in with your green. Yeah, this is the whole point. Yeah, everyone, I teach these paint nights so that people can, every Tuesday, Thursday, follow along and paint it at home. And then I post them on YouTube so that you can do them at home on your own pace as well. My YouTube is Taytayski too. Hello everyone watching on YouTube right now. Okay, with a little bit of white in that green, you can add some little highlights. Like, as usual, I choose the sun to be on the left-hand side, so I want the lighter colors to be on the left-hand side of any shape. So on my dark green line, I'm just going to do a little swipe. Just a tiny little swipe of lighter green, you see there. Yeah, Fats, that's what I was saying. I can teach you, the old dog, new tricks. There you go. Tuesdays and Thursday nights are the best, plus you get a bunch of nice paintings. Exactly, says Flamingo. There's some people who have painted almost every time. With my light color, I can just do a little slob of white on that leaf. And how did I do that, guys? With my pressure on my paintbrush. I pressed hard at first, and then I let go as I pulled it across the leafy. That's no. I will say it's not irregular for people to get frustrated and quit. That's why my biggest motto of the whole class is trust the process and stick it out. There's a lot of people who don't like their paintings till the last 5 minutes. That's when they all come together, okay? And on this side too, let's add some little white lights. Not white lights, white lines in there maybe. Does that make it look like a leaf? I don't know. I like to add the least amount of detail to imply the most amount of detail. Does that make sense? You always said you're an abstract artist, plausible deniability. You know what? I find abstract very hard myself. Because I'm like a content painter, so I feel like whenever I paint abstract, I'm like, how do I know when it's done? Where do I paint the person's face? Okay, and with that green that we just did, the lighter green, it might feel weird, but we're going to go into our little middle of our sunflower, and then you just dab, we're just going to, in the tiny center, sporadically, there's no rhyme or reason to them. Mine's not even really in the center. Look at that, my perspective is off. I'll show you guys up close, but I'm just going to do a couple little green. See it in the middle? So as I explained in some classes before, it is nice to bring the same colors throughout the whole piece so that people's eyes feel better when they look at it, that it's cohesive as... Does that... people's eyes feel better? That makes it sound no. Oh, yep. We're going to slow down for a sec. We're having problems with leaves. No problem. You can see the orange outline. That's okay. Look. So, same on mine. Oops, wait, come on. But, if you don't like it, obviously, cover them up. You can do that by adding green to cover it fully. If your green isn't going over it, I would maybe add a touch of white or a touch of black in your green, just to kind of bump it up a little bit. Or you can, like we've done before, white out the orange. So, like, with white paint, just a thick white paint, not much water, more paint than water, you would paint right over top your orange. You guys know I'm just a messy painter. I like to just slob it on there, and I'm okay if you can see different colors around, but I totally understand if you don't want that. When we paint, if you want to paint a background, you can also, with the background color, cover up the orange if you'd like. No mistakes, guys. You just paint over stuff until you're happy, right? I saw someone asking about Discord. I have a Discord, but I don't really use it. It's Taytayski as well, but happy accidents, exactly. Grunge Mania cut up. See, everyone, we all believed. I did not doubt that you could make that happen in a second. It's an easy one today. I know last time we did an easy one, I'm like, oh, it's not going to take long at all. And it took like longer than other ones because we were just gabbing, having the best time. Okay. Rach and Chase, it sounds like that helped a little bit, maybe? And with the same green, it's going to feel weird, but 100%. Okay, good. It's going to feel weird with this green, but you are just going to do a couple spots. You can use a big brush, you can use a little brush, whatever you're comfortable with. Like if pressure's not your thing right now, use a smaller brush. And you're just going to go outside the ring of your orange circle and just do some dots. They can be big, they can be small. Again, like I've said in other classes, nature, it's going to sound very cheesy of me and very Bob Rossy of me, but nature is not symmetrical and organized and perfectly placed out and exact. So when you paint stuff that's supposed to be nature like that, people's eyes can tell that it's not Bob bless. You're my boy blue. But now I just forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, you want it to look irregular so that it does look like nature because nature's not perfect, right? So like I'm going to show you those dots. I'm using the same light green that we used on the highlights of the leaves and in the circle of your flower. Where am I? Right there. So see like just little sporadic dots. Some of them aren't even dots because my paintbrush is a little screwy. Oops. But we're going to go over this with other colors and stuff too, so it's okay if it's crazy. But I just always try to, like if you guys are watching this on a TV, is this, oops, where am I going? Is this picture big enough to see any detail, or should I still post on my Instagram the picture so you guys can see it closer? I just think reference is so important because like I'm a heavy base reference artist, so I'm looking at this photo and breaking it down and painting it that way. So I just feel like if you guys look at it, maybe it'll like help you as you're going through to look at pictures a different way so it helps you draw them and paint them. Does that make sense? And then same thing. You missed it! Rocket season! It's okay. You're still here. People are hanging out, not painting. You can catch up if you want. Grunge Mania just caught up. It's a little bit of an easier one. Fats is part of the, look, part of the peanut gallery. I like it. We'll make t-shirts. Don't worry, I'm back Thursday. We're painting a VW bug on Thursday, you guys. And I think it's going to be super fun. Okay, see where we put those little orange dots? Nah, you're good, you don't want to hang out with us, or nah, you're good, you don't want to paint. Or nah, you're good on both. Who knows? Okay, that's, hey, respect. There's a lot of people that come every week and don't paint. And that's super cool too. Like I was saying earlier, I'm glad when you guys just watch and comment because the painters are busy painting. And if there's no comments, then I just don't know what to say to myself. I'm going to give you a minute or two to do some little blobbies. Creep life, lurk life, into it. See, this music's more appropriate for our content today. Imagine being a good painter. What's that like? Fats, I put in the work to get here, so it feels great. It's my full-time job. I've been full-time for 5 and a bit years, which is pretty cool. And I paint pictures for people for a living. Like pet portraits, portraits of themselves, celebrities. I'm doing a cool ocean scene back here right now. Drew your avatar, kind of a big deal. That is a big deal. Drawing anything is a big deal, you guys. I love that. Art's cool, you guys. You'll always get better. If you try to draw a new avatar every day, I promise you would get better at drawing than you'd ever knew you could. The best way to get good is just consistency and doing it. How are we doing, guys? Are we ready to paint some petals? Oh, I'm getting some pictures sent in. Should we look at pictures? We're ready for petals, okay? I'm gonna get out that small brush that I started with. That little pointer that I'm sorry I can't tell you what number it is, but we'll get there at some point. I think it was almost the inspiration for the one that's on my arm, which is funny. And we're getting some yellow out. Pure yellow. Yellow is a touchy pigment, depending on your paint quality. It can be a B word. Okay, so there is also 2 ways to paint petals. So I'm gonna just show you. It's gonna be difficult because yellow is very hard to see for you guys when I do it. So I'm just gonna try a yellow close first. This is one technique that might help some people with control. You're literally just gonna paint a line straight out of your sunflower. However, wow, I'm making this baby huge. That's okay. Wherever you want your petal to go. So see, I painted one line. It's getting real 100%. And let's see, look, you guys can hardly see it from there. Okay, one way you can make a petal is by doing a nice curved line from one side and a nice curved line on the other side. So you will have a line right through your petal, which is okay because we are going to paint over a bunch of it, but some of you might not want the line. And you can just organically, some people it might be easier for them. Oops, you need to bow it a little bit more in there. Maybe for some people it might be easier for them to, it is pretty thick, hey? Whatever. It might just be easier for you to do it without the line. I think the line is helpful. What do you guys think? Line or no line? Oh wow, I'm a mess. Look at my hand. Where'd that yellow come from? And the secret, I'm just getting yellow everywhere. The secret here is, not secret, but remember we talked about consistency, right? That's not a secret, sorry. When we talked about nature, things not being exact and symmetrical, keep that in mind as you're going around the circle. But we are just going to be doing the first level of petals. At the end, we are going to go back in and we're going to do a couple more petals in between the petals. See that there? Do you see that? But that can be at the end. The child just walked by and said you're making a nice bunny. Hey, we'll take that. See, guys, it could be anything. It could be anything. Yeah, nature is unsymmetrical. Exactly. Tony, thank you for thinking our sunflowers are beautiful. But I'm literally, I think it's easiest for me to do these lines throughout, like make your sunflower a literal sun with these little yellow lines. You can make it go over your leaf if you want. You can make some closer together than others. You can use the chocolate milky consistency right now if you don't want a thick, like if maybe you're worried that you can't paint over the line. But like you're just gonna make a sun. Like a child, like when you're in kindergarten, you drew a circle and you just made lines around it. Right? I like this jam. Love is Real by Moods. And then you're going to go on and you're just going to bow out and make those petals, right? Over each line. Sorry the yellow. It's hard to see from far away. But Fats is right. It's your sunflower. It's you make the decision. It's okay if some of them touch. It's okay if they don't touch. I just think those lines are just helpful to kind of give some control as you go around. And look, like sometimes I'm not even like following it very well. Like what just happened there? I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go, right? I'm like, oh, I'm gonna sneak one behind there. Maybe you'll sneak one behind there. How are sunflowers, everyone? I know that I'm doing this faster than most would, so I'm just kind of crushed through this now, and then I'm going to show, I know a lot of you have sent in photos. Oh, that one's weird. And I will show you guys what everyone's is looking like so far, where we're all at. Okay, I haven't done the second layer around. You're really digging your sunflower already, Cal's. Oh, call sign. I love that. Look at that. Already so like fun and crazy. You guys know I live for the crazy. Okay, let me check out here. Oh, Katrina. Starting off with Katrina, who is saying, which is really funny, a little ambitious perhaps, doing multiple sunflowers at once on a wooden background, but they look frickin' beautiful already. I'm curious, you probably, yeah, see, it's different level for everyone. So let's see what else we got. Super cute. Love the petals already. Okay, you guys are quicker than I thought. Look at that! Nice leaves, nice circle. Some of these are going to be before I taught the petals, and that's totally okay. Check that out. Love. Look at, this is Grunge Mania who had to catch up, you guys. Nailed it. I'm going to toss some red in here as well, too. Don't worry, guys. There's going to be some nice colors in our sunflower. Look at this one on a black background. Living into it. Love that. Love that. What else do we got? They're all looking so good. Sorry, I didn't show them these before I went to the petals, so you guys all sent me these before the petals. Ooh, we got another with a couple. Nice, nice. Oh, we got someone using crayons. Oh, Maja, send me that with the picture that says keep in chat instead of disappearing message so I can show it. Trust the process. What do you mean? It already looks like a beautiful sunflower already. What's about the petals that will go over the leaves? You don't think your paint will cover it? Okay. How about you, for now, paint white directly over top the leaf of where your petals are gonna go. Sorry that I didn't account for that much space for you guys. I'm sorry about that. But like this bottom, like the petal on the bottom left above the left leaf, you could bring that one down, almost touching it. It can be snuck behind the bottom leaf. But I would say add white, pure white, and you can do a couple layers of pure white over top the green if your paint won't cover it. I'll probably have to do that too. Sorry, I set you guys up for that. Oops, sorry guys. That's a disappearing message, so I can't see it unless it says, oh, a couple of these. You have to, when you send me the picture, it has to say keep in message at the bottom. Beautiful. Look at that. See, I think the lines help, don't they? Let me know, you guys. Love. Perfect. They all are looking super cute. Okay, I can't see that one. Yet. Cool, I think we're good for now. But all you guys, see how it says disappearing message? When you... Can you see this little... Can you guys read that right over here? See how it says keep in chat? There's like... Allow replay or keep in chat when you send a picture in a DM and you need it to say keep in chat. That's very important. Or else my browser can't show all y'all. Okay, so what will make... Yeah, slide into my DMs for real. Okay, so what's gonna make some of you feel better because I saw some messages of people thinking that your flower looks childish. It's because we've done one layer of leaf, of petals. So to bring it to another, more in-depth sunflower, maybe, is that the right? Every space, like in between every petal that you have done, you're going to paint another petal. Right? Do you see that? Wait. See, like I just drew a petal in between the petals. Let's do another petal in between that petal. If you have lots of space, like you could even paint a petal, like 2 petals in between. Oh shoot, layering. See, Fats, I'm enjoying Fats play-by-play. Peanut galleries, I'm living for it today. Okay. Like, look, maybe let's do 2 in that one. Whoa, is that crazy? I don't know. No, I love it. I'm not being sarcastic. I actually enjoy it. I need someone in the comments with me or I'm just talking to myself in a room. Am I right? Let's do 2 here. Everyone who I led astray with the leaves, sorry. I should have told you to stay accounted. I mean, keep an eye out for where you want your petals to go. So I'm going to show you guys what you can do. See how I'm just going in with pure white? Because yeah, you're probably right, your yellow won't cover that green. You can put some white over top of it. Titanium white, yeah, that's right. And then you're going to let that white dry. And if your white's a little bit poor quality, you'll let it dry. Do another layer of white. You can do a couple. Layer that cake. Yeah, 100%. Layer that cake. What do you do with the white space between the petal base and the orange part? That is to be filled in between 2 petals. So it looks weird right now because there's no shading or anything in the petal, so it's probably going to look strange, but wait, okay, so see, I'm going to do 1 petal on this side of it and then 1 petal on that side so that the line comes up right in between 2 petals. See, I was conscious to tell you guys to leave space for the petal, for the stem, but not for the flower. My bad. My bad, y'all. Okay. Are we stressed? Are we okay? Let me know. Should I continue? Look at my little long hair. Looks like I have a little tail back there. I can't believe you've done this. I know. I'm the worst. Okay, we're going to get to some Blend Town going, okay? We're going to take some yellow. Make sure you have some yellow on your palette. And make sure you have some orange and some white. Yellow, orange, white. We just need wine now. I know. I love that. Titanium and white. Correct. Yellow, I'm using cadmium yellow, medium hue. If it ever... There we go. We just need wine. You're right. Thursdays, I usually have a bevy with you guys. I think I have a White Claw in my fridge or something. So when we paint the VW bug, I will be drinking along with you. Okay, we got yellow on our palette. We got orange. I don't have enough orange. And we got some white. White Claw Nation. Yeah. Look at me go. I'm just as basic as can be in my cat shirt. Okay. We're going to be using a medium paintbrush. Feel free to change out your water if it's dirty. This is a paintbrush I'm using. Again, very dependent on your petals. And it's gonna feel a little crazy, okay? For some of you have probably done it before, but you're going to take your yellow. You're gonna add a little bit of water, but you want lots of paint in there with a thick brush. Yeah, see? Whee! Just punched my glasses. And we're gonna, if you can still tell which was your first layer of flowers, you're gonna start at the tip of your petal and you're just gonna kind of slob, and literally slob, some yellow on down, okay? It doesn't have to go all the way to the bottom. It can if you want. You haven't painted in months and now you're suddenly in the mood. Spiny, that's what I'm here for. Bringing people out of their painting retirements this quarantine. I love it. Alright, still I'm slobbing on some paint in there. And I'm going to show you now in a couple petals how we're going to do this blending, alright? It's okay if there's still yellow on your paintbrush, that's cool. You're going to touch some orange on your brush. Let's see how it's mixed in with the yellow a little bit. And you're going to start at the bottom of your petal. And you're just going to do a couple swipes of your orange up into your yellow. And when it's still wet, so see they're both wet. Clean off your brush a little bit and you're literally just going to kind of fluff in between the line to make, oh, see, look, you can even bring it down, but to make a nice blend. Ooh, that blend-o. So it helps if your paint is still wet, your yellow and your orange. So see, I'm gonna go in with a wet brush at the bottom. Sorry if this angle's weird, I just want to bring it close for you. You are gonna wash off your brush, but it's still gonna be wet. Wash off your brush, but it's still wet. And you're just gonna kind of fuzz that line together with a clean, wet brush. And see how I keep coming back here? That's me, like, rubbing my paintbrush on my paper towel or my towel or cloth or whatever you've got down there, okay? How are we feeling? You can do one petal at a time. You like put the yellow on, go in with the orange, wash off the brush, fluff that line. We are getting advanced. Again, you guys have to tell me if I'm stressing you out, because sometimes stuff that I think is going to be really hard is really easy and vice versa, so. Clean off that brush and just fluff it out a little bit. The beauty is you can always put more paint on top. So like if you don't like this line, like, oh no, I feel like I brought that orange up too much, you can go into just pure yellow and you can just paint it down. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? I'm hearing silence from the class, which could be good or bad, okay? And like again, since I'm like a messy painter, I'm not treating it very precious. So focused. Okay, good. No, that's all. I'm good. I'm glad you are. I just mean, like, please tell me if you're struggling and if that didn't make sense, because I don't feel like I have taught anything really like that in a long time, ever, on one of these classes. It's because so many of you come all the time, every time, that I just think you're all pros. I feel like I gotta keep it fresh for all you continuing coming backers. Regulars, I think, is the right word for that, frickin' Taylor. Another way you can do it is you can start with orange, wet orange at the bottom. Clean off your brush, go back into yellow, and brush it on down into the orange. It's kind of fun. This is more just like experience and try to feel what happens when you have too much water on your brush or not enough water or, you know, whatever. You may have to give this thing a shot. Facts! If you want, you can try a YouTube one and see. Like, I always tell people, like, go to a YouTube one if you want to kind of try and test out the waters first. It totally depends where you are. Like, I don't know if you're American or Canadian, but I know that Michael's has been consistent the whole time, and I think they're Canadian and American. For me, like, my local art store has been open for, like, curbside delivery and pickup. You're in America. So I think, what you call it? I'm pretty sure Michael's is my best bet for America, but I'm Canadian, so I'm sorry that I can't answer that well. Oh, my Siri thought that I said something to her. And see, guys, remember, I am avoiding the back at the moment. The back level of leaves. I'm just kind of doing, or I call them leaves, I call them feathers. They're petals. Hey, most people do it for fun. That's why I do it. That's why I make it free, is because I want people to try something new during quarantine. Hello, Bubsy. Always great to see you in here. Hi, Dee. Are we all still just blending that orange at the bottom? How long have you been painting? So that's like a tough... You painted all the petals, that's fine. We'll just add some white on your back petals. Who cares? Not a big deal. So you guys, just like anything said, if you painted all your petals, it's fine. Not a big deal. How long have I been painting? So that's kind of a tough question because I've been painting my whole life. But professionally, like as a full-time job, it's been 5 and a bit years. But I just always painted, always. I just drew, colored, doodled, anything art related I just loved. Never thought I'd be a full-time artist, but then when I failed Chem 30, I couldn't be a dental hygienist, so I became... so I went to art school like any dropout would, right? And here I am now, paint for a living. Doing great. Sunflowers are nice. Thank you. Thank you. There's a lot of great ones in the DMs as well. So I don't know if you guys are watching hard what I'm doing. Like, I don't... I know you're probably tired of me saying this, but I just don't treat it precious at all. It's very okay if it's a little brushstrokey. If that blend isn't perfect, who cares? It's just like fun to throw paint around. Therapy with Tay, okay? It is very hard to believe that it has been 5 years since ACAD grad. I agree, Lisa. I agree. I graduated with her son, so all you guys know. One of my besties, who's so busy working right now, he's usually here. See, so there's the difference. Mine's like dripping, and I think I'm just gonna let it drip, because that's cool. So you can see up here where I was like focusing a little bit more, and down here it's just kind of a little bit more sloppy Joe. And I personally like the sloppy Joe better. I've done amazing, Bubsy. Thanks. So is your son. He's another story too. Oh, thanks for the props. Okay, let's see. The only reason I said don't paint in the petals in the back was just because, again, back to our, like, sun conversation, or, like, where we want the lights to go. I just forgot to color that one in. It's ruined. It's saved. Hey, what did I say about you can't ruin nothing? Okay. Ugh. I told you guys, flowers are hard for me too. Okay. So are we just going to look at that close up, like where we've got a couple of these little back petals still left open. If you don't Cool. Do exactly what we're doing still. It's not going to make a huge difference. So I'm still, whatever, using a medium-ish brush. I like that I say ish. And we are going to add a bunch of white to our yellow, okay? We want it to be more yellow than white, but we want it to be obviously lighter than what we have used before. You need sizes here? Sorry. Eyeball that. Oh, this one has a number on it. Guys, this is a 10 gold sage. Here we go. This brush hasn't been destroyed yet. It's close. Also, another tip. Your colors on your palette are going to dry darker on your canvas. So just always acknowledge that when you're mixing a color on here. And so I'm just going to fill in these little back petals with the light yellow we just made, okay? And again, I'm not going to treat it very precious. I'm going to just kind of slob it on there. I'll bring it closer. I should always remember that yellow doesn't, you guys can't see it very well. But do remember that these petals are in the back, so I'm painting them white because if the sun was up here and they're bent back a little bit, they would be highlighted, right? And these ones are a little bit lighter. Acknowledge the ones that we painted first are in the front, so maybe we should have painted these back ones first. Who knows, guys, but... But you can also add a couple little highlight swipes on your main petals if you want. You just snoop my Instagram and your work is flickin' great. Hey, that means the world. I really appreciate that. My Instagram's my baby. I highly recommend everyone follow me on Instagram, shameless promotion, because if you want to know what it's like in the life of an artist day to day, I share my life in my stories so you guys can see what I'm up to all the time. How's that? Do you have some white spots on the inside there? That's okay. We're gonna do something about that soon. Does my work have an OnlyFans? That makes me laugh. Wouldn't that be nice? So I can't stem. Oh well, that's why I have a beer. Hey! Nothing wrong with that. Look at that drip, just dripped all the way to the bottom. What can you do? So how is that looking? So, I realized that I missed some spots. You're running a great peanut gallery, Fats, and I appreciate it. You'll be forever encompassed in the video. Oh, not in the video. I literally was just about to say in the music video, just thinking I'm Britney Spears here for a second. You'll forever be encompassed in the YouTube video. I just directly post these recordings. I don't. Mama ain't got time to edit them. So I just went into those little white spaces and I'm just touching it up with a little bit of yellow in some of those spots. No rhyme or reason. Oh, that one was a little crazy. We still got yellow on our brush, and this is the annoying part, how it just feels redundant. We keep going over the same spots. And you are gonna, with your yellow, do the same thing that we were doing with all those greens and those orange, and you're just gonna go around in the orange ring. Do you see my little yellow dots? What's the green dots for? Just to add flavor. Yeah, so the little center part, the sunflower seed part of the sunflowers are just so colorful. I am using just straight yellow out of the tube. Sorry, Erica. My terrible instruction today. I'm using straight yellow out of the tube. I'm using the same paintbrush again, though. If you like to dab with a little paintbrush, if it makes you more comfortable, go for it. We are dabbing some yellow through the orange. And it's funny because we're going to go back on that with brown again. But we had to sneak all these little colors underneath. That was important. And you can do a couple bright yellow dots in the center of your sunflower as well. Van Dyke brown. Ooh, you're good with these Bob Ross colors. Van Dyke brown is a reddy brown, so that actually would be a good one to use, yes. I used burnt umber though. So see, again, no rhyme or reason, just kind of slob some yellow. You can hardly see it because my camera does not like to differentiate between the orange and the yellow. There's way more contrast in real life than there is in your picture you guys are seeing. I don't know why. But, okay, we are going to take a touch of red, all right? I'm using good old cadmium red light. You can use whatever. Wait, please. Yeah, that's cool. I can hang out. When I watch someone paint, I try to get into it. It makes it super enjoyable. Be one with the painting. You guys can't watch sports. You can watch me. We can take bets on where the painting's going. So funny, I'm like a night creature. I work at nighttime. I don't like working during the day. But right now, the sunset is just lighting up parts of my studio that usually aren't. The light's messing with me. How are we doing? Should I bring this closer? Again, if you want your painting to be more precious, you wouldn't paint it as schlobby as I did down here, and that's totally fine. What paint do we have on tap? Oh, we've got some good titanium white. It's very popular. Everybody does it. Everybody's using it. Okay, while you guys spot away. Oh, sorry, the red, right. Yes, house red, cadmium red. Cadmium red light. We also have cadmium red dark. Whatever tickles your fancy today. Oh, yeah. I know it looks weird, guys. Don't worry. We're going to have brown in this spot as well. We're almost at the last couple steps, all right? See, like, my leaves are like 4 lines. Very little detail. And for me, that's fun, but for that, it's not fun for other people. Sometimes letting go isn't fun, so that's okay if you don't want to do that either. Okay, give me like 4 seconds. Oh my god, we're listening to Christmas again. I don't understand. Sleep right together with you. Christmas is, yeah, Christmas in May. Because apparently the whole world's messed up all the time, so we're throwing Christmas in here too. Just keeping you on your toes. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. I don't understand. Interesting. Hi, shawty, like a melody. Isn't that like shawty like a melody in my head? Who sings? Is that Sean Kingston sing that? Every day it's like a on a replay, right? Something like that. A singer? No, don't even, you guys. Jordan Derulo. I mean, Jason Derulo. It's Jason Derulo? Why did I think it was Sean Kingston? Now I'm shook of what? Now I... No, don't worry, guys. I have vocal cord dysfunction, so I can never sing. That's why my voice is as raspy and deep as it is. I legit thought, yeah, you thought Sean Kingston too? Come on, you guys. Is it actually Jason Derulo? It's Sean Kingston. I can picture him. Every day. It is Sean Kingston. Okay. Let's, what was I doing? Oh, yes, I'm going to change my water because it's gross. Feel free for you guys to change it too. Give me like a minute. Oh, Lisa's right though, but I can whistle. And I love a good whistle, except it just pierces your ears. Sorry. Leah sings and it's called Replay. Oh, Fats, no worries. So am I. I'm a sarcastic gal too. I never take anything serious. Okay, let's see. Be right back. Get that out of here. Mama's back. Are we ready or what? We're all wrong. Yeah, I know. That's so funny. Jason Derulo, Sean Kingston. No, it's a someone I've never heard of in my lifetime. Okay. This song's a little, we'll just next that guy. Okay. I'm using whatever, medium-sized brushy. You're just gonna add a touch of red into the orange that you've been using this whole time, just to kind of darken up our orange a bit. Okay? Just a touch of red, though. And with this, we are... Fat's gotta go to bed. That's okay. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. That makes me so happy you stumbled upon us today. Bob bless is right. Thanks for tuning in. See you again with your paints next time, buddy. Okay, we got that orangey red, right? And we're just gonna dab. Oh, I forgot. Remember I told you guys to get Q-tips if you wanted? You could Q-tip the crap out of this if you want. And the effect would be super cute. Let me know if you guys want to show you that. Ashley's 2-year-old is helping her now, and I think that's adorable. You're having so much more fun, probably. Get those Q-tips out. That'd be fun with a 2-year-old to dab this on. So like if you don't like to do the little dabs with your paintbrush, and if you don't feel like it's working well, 1, try more water, I would suggest first. That would be my first suggestion. Try more water on your paintbrush. But 2, grab some Q-tips and just like literally with a couple in your hand. I can do it if you guys want me to show you, but just to bring you close what's happening. And again, it's orange with a red in it. I didn't want it to be pure or red. Yeah, it got me singing like na 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 every day. That is Sean Kingston. Faze. That's Sean Kingston. It has to be. But now again, guys, I am going in. And Faze Max says no! We're fighting about it. We're fighting, everyone. Let me check in a second. I'm just gonna do some of these little red dots. Spiny, right? Oh, Amber. Okay. Amber might have solved our issues here. We're all right, maybe. Sean Kingston sings and that guy raps. Oh, look who it is, Justin. I was just talking about you with your mom. You're late, so you give me a Putin uni, you sweet angel. Thank you. See, guys, I've brought that red-orange throughout the whole center. And it's gonna feel redundant because we're gonna go over with brown again, but you gotta. It's the other guy's song, but Sean Kingston is featured in it. Justin. Maybe Justin can help us with this fact. The Sean Kingston song. No, wait. I made it biased already. Is replay by Sean Kingston or by someone else? Yes, oh my god. So we've all bullied FaZe, and he was right. Or she, sorry, I don't know. Yes! Yeah. We all just knew the Sean Kingston song. That's really funny. Well, sorry, FaZe Mac, that we just didn't believe you. Justin comes in and just solves the problem in a second. Okay, how are we feeling about those? And don't worry, you guys, you're gonna keep on just dabbing away, whether you're using Q-tips, whether you're using paintbrushes, whatever you want. But you can also differentiate some of your petals. I'll come close in a second. I wish I wasn't putting this on YouTube after, well, just so that I could play that song right now, because I know it's all in our heads at the moment, but that'll get pulled down in a second. That is so funny. I've already kind of sang it a couple times and it was enough for everyone, okay? So I'm just going along the bottoms of these petals. Basically just painting V's around the edges. Oh, I could whistle it. Na 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 every day. Okay. If you're an outline person, you can literally outline the entire, all your petals if you want. Don't if you don't want to. You deadass can't whistle. It is the only thing I can do. My family, my sister and I at least, we're whistlers and we annoy everyone around us all the time. Another Kate shout out. She hates when I whistle. Okay. How's that? BRB, hey, no problem, Justo. So, what we are going to do next, and almost last, if we all are feeling cool. We are basically just going to go brown over most of this. Because right now this color, we do want it to be lighter than our bottom. But now if we put brown spots over the complete total thing, this will get darker and this will get a nice level of brown on top. Does that make sense? Should I do it with a Q-tip just for, I was going to say shits and gigs. And I said it anyway, so. I try not to swear. Again, if you're pencil crayon, I know there's some crayoners out there, you would just be like doing little circles or like dabbing. 1, 2, 3, to the 4. The big bad wolf had a knock on your door. Demonetized. I'm out. Okay, so let's see if I do it with a little Q-tip. Well, that's perfect. Okay, well, I just put a Q-tip. We're just figuring stuff out together, you guys. I just put a Q-tip in the paint. And I'm just gonna, like, dab it like again, we're just doing, like, a kid's drawing today that our kindergarten teachers probably did with us. You can go over your green lines a little, or the green dots a little bit. We want to see them poke through a bit, but the brown is going to be on the top of our, like, look, that literally looks like the real part of a, what you call it? A real sunflower. Does everybody have Q-tips, or am I just being a douche because I didn't tell you guys to bring some? Am I gonna use Q-tips all the time in my work now, guys? Because this is the best. I got one. Q-tip locked. I'm Q-tipping. Yes! In the YouTube video, I'll make sure to put in the caption that you should bring some Q-tips. Q-tip locked and loaded. Love it. But see, now that we're putting this one around, we're kind of bringing it a little bit more together, right? It's looking more like a real Q-tip. I mean, a real Q-tip? I just realized what I said. It's looking like a real sunflower. I'm telling you, I've told you guys, my brain shuts off when I paint. Now I got this Q-tips technique down, and it's just my brain's like, whoop, out the door. Yeah, I am obsessed. Cool, well that's a perfect sunflower. And you are also gonna bring some brown into the center one. Again, if you're using a paintbrush still, that's cool. You could even probably use the back of a paintbrush. Let's test that out. Oh yeah. If you don't have Q-tip, literally use the bottom of your paintbrush. We're just playing around today, guys. That's fun. Okay, okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, it just flew away on me. Wow, look at how terrible that V is, and it's nowhere else. If you're acrylic and working on canvas with a wet paintbrush, you can almost like erase light lines on top. Like, bye-bye. That's better. Another one down here. Just a wet paintbrush, I'm just kind of like rubbing the spot. That one's a little more locked in than the other one was, but... Bye-bye! Okay. So, how are we feeling about... Oh, that's wet. How are we feeling? Like, did this white spot work for some people? Did I ruin that spot for you? I'm sorry if I did. So, the last thing we're going to do is use the tiniest touch of black, and then we're going to do our white outline, and it's basically complete. And then I'll show some tips and tricks of a couple little different things that can probably help people with certain issues with the petals, because everyone's petals are going to be different. I did go over the green dots a little bit. I want them to peek through, but I did go over a little bit. We're gonna go on top of them with black in a second as well. So when I say tiniest amount of black, I mean like the tiniest amount of black, okay? Karen, thanks for the birthday cake prop. Appreciate it. Okay, I got black on my Q-tip or on a little brush that you are spotting on. And you are just gonna do a center. It can be a full circle, it can be a little cross. I just did, if you look at the picture, it looks like it's just a little, like, implying a hole in the middle. And then you can go just lightly tap. If you have a paint marker, you can do that with this too. I'm just like living for this Q-tip life. Hope you guys are enjoying it too. But you are gonna go around the rim. I think my light's a little too bright because you guys can't really see from far away. Put a touch of black at just the tip of your... You don't have to use a Q-tip, I'm just being lazy right now. Just a touch of black at the tip of your stem. Looks great. Thanks, Bubsy. Thank you. Coming out nice. Hi, John Wick. Thank you. Thank you so much. So we're gonna go on some bright white spots. Again, I guess, like, should we Q-tip it? I don't know. This is literally how I've learned to paint, you guys. Every painting I do, I just, like, find something else and, like, should I try this? And then sometimes it's cool and I keep doing it, and sometimes it's not, and I never do it again. But that's the beauty of my job. It's forever changing. Okay. I got some white on here. And the white's not going everywhere. It is going on our bottom lip right here. Again, you want to paintbrush it, you want to Q-tip it, whatever you wish. Have I ever painted a hummingbird eating out of a flower? I'm not going to say never, but not in years. One of our paint nights, we did a bumblebee close to a flower, so almost. I feel like I've painted a hummingbird in my life, but I just, off the top of my head, can't think of it. Have I come to the time where I am forgetting paintings that I've painted? I've painted too many, I don't remember them all. We're gonna do a couple dabs of white in the middle of our sunflower. Right over top that black hole we made. And a couple up here. Just a couple, not too many. And you guys know me with my good old white highlight. Like, I just like, I'll get a paintbrush out again so I stop being confusing. I like to just add, again, it's being conscious of where the sun is. Remember, I picked the sun in the top left. I do like to just put some little slobs of bright white. So, like, on our leaf here, maybe a couple brush strokes. I don't know why. I almost licked my finger there. I don't know why I put it down there. Oh my gosh, I just rubbed off all the green. Well, I'm living and learning today. Don't mind me, folks. Just keep doing what you're doing. That's annoying. My greens suck. Okay, there. And then we can put, if you want, to brush some detail onto our leaf. Or why do I keep calling them leaves, you guys? Because I never paint flowers. I'm using a watered down consistency with a little brush. You see my, oh, it's yellow, so it's disappearing. A little brush. And I'm not making it as watery as the chocolate milk concoction, but I am making sure that I have more water on my brush than paint. And you can, and the reason we're doing that is so that's a little translucent, so that like it pops, you can see the yellow popping through. And you can make some little white texture lines on your, where am I looking? So hard to paint from the side. If you want to add more detail on your petals. Not a necessary step. I'm just trying. I've been seeing some messages of people saying that they feel their leaves are flat. So that's how we add some more change of depth in the bottom, add some darker colors, add some swipes of white in there. Again, I'm not a rhyme or reason type of person, which I guess makes me a terrible teacher when it comes to some things like this. Sorry, guys. I am just brushing along some texture into these petals. If you can still see your line through and you're not happy with it, you shouldn't mind. Like, not shouldn't. Don't feel like it's bad if you can see them through, because I'm kind of almost like re-implying them when I'm painting these little white strokes on top. The petals do have some texture in them. See, I'm just kind of going around flailing some color in there. But the best way to cover it up is to get back into your yellow. Add a touch of orange in there and it'll just make your paint a little more consistent, and you'll just have to add another layer on top. Layering's your friend. Trust me. Oh, that's too pure in there. I know we're all just kind of pitter-pattering on our sunflowers at the moment. I'm gonna go through a couple. I wish you could see. It's really hard that for some reason my light is not. Now it just looks like those are white. I'll show it closer in a sec here. Let's go through a couple of people's up here. Okay, so good, cool. I love when you guys ask questions. So, she was asking, what should I do with the white space in between my petals? So, I would suggest to just mix a little bit more of your yellow. So, see how you already have the orange in the bottom of your petal? If you put that same orange down there, then it'll all flatten out. So you can either put a darker orange, you can add a little bit more red to your orange and fill those spaces up with a darker color, which would probably be my best suggestion. Or you can make it with yellow. Just as long as it's a different color from the bottom of your petal, because you don't want to flatten it out like I have in some of these spots, which probably looks like to you guys. Let me do that. Okay, there's that one. And we got the pencil crayon, or the crayon one. Super cute. Love, love, love. I went off script and now it looks like a butt or an olive. It doesn't look like a butt. You just need to add some of these like white highlights and such. That's all you need to do. Like, it's just because it just looks a little flat right now. It makes me laugh so hard that you said it looks like a butt. Definitely won't finish tonight, but look how beautiful the wood is coming along. I love that. It's ambitious, but doesn't mean it's impossible. Oh, look at that. See, there's the light behind. That looks very, like, that looks good too. So it's your decision if you want to put the dark or the light. Love. Look at that texture from that. Did you Q-tip it out in there? You're a fan, but the center looks a bit off. I suggest you just need more texture in there. The wood, I don't know if she just decided to do it on wood instead. So I would just suggest to bring a little bit more texture in there and maybe break up your white a little bit. Your white is more like, it almost looks like it's a line versus dotted. So then it kind of flattens out the petal shape, or the middle shape, because it is like porous. Is porous the right word? So it should be, the light should be reflecting off every individual nodule. Does that make sense? Your bottom white won't dry. Okay, that's just, it's gonna take time. Everything else is looking great. I would just, yeah, it's just gonna take time. You can blow dry it if you want. That might speed it up, but it will dry. Especially if it's acrylic, it will dry, but to speed up the process, toss a little blow dryer in there. Or literally blow on it, or fan it. Oh, beautiful. Look at your beautiful petals. Okay, see, look, the white looks like it's gonna work once that dries. The yellow should go over that. Perfect. See, look, you can even see mine's kind of crappy down there, but perfect. Who else am I missing? Oh, so wash it all clean. I'm afraid that my petals will blend together into one blob. I just washed it all clean. Mine just got too big and I want you to. Okay, that makes me sad that you washed it all off. I'm sure you could have saved it. No worries. Okay, what else we got? Do I have other people I've missed? No, we saw these ones earlier. Beautiful. Grunge Mania. Caught up in a second. Going to blend the white, black, and brown in the middle a little more. Ooh, but that's beautiful too. Ooh, and that's, you did a nice, like, look, like the leaf peeks in through the petals. That's cool. Look at that one too. Oh my god, they're so happy, you guys. A bunch of happy flowers. Perfect. I don't know. So cute. Who else? Sending. No. Do I have another one? Here's one. Look at all these sunflowers. Oh my gosh, it's a group. I love seeing all of you do it together. Yes. Okay, let me see if there's any. Sometimes I have to refresh it. Sometimes it's weird. I'm just like watching other people's stories by accident. Has anyone sent me any in my message requests? My phone's being weird. Oh, here's a couple other ones. Beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Look, you trust the process. I love all the texture. Oh, petals. Oh, and there's your llama. Sorry, your last one's from the llama. Oh my gosh, that one's beautiful too. Oh my gosh, I didn't see. We'll look at that later. Sorry, I just showed you the other picture you sent me. Christy has to run, but she loves her flower. Okay, that makes me so happy to hear. For some reason, my request won't send. I know some of you have sent me messages in my request, but it's not loading. So I'm sorry that I can't show that this second. Some of you are requesting splatter. So here, what I was doing before I do my splatter, when we were talking about if you should darken up between the petals or lighten up between the petals, like you can literally go in between those with a darker color just to like define some space if you want. You can keep it the lighter color if you want. I would just say try not to keep it all the exact same color out because it will flatten out your flower if we don't have any change in value anywhere. So we're kind of implying shadow. So you could always like, oh, I still have your guys' pictures up. Sorry. Can you go over how to do white again? Of course I can. Oh, here's the group shot. I love that. Okay. Right before I go over the white, I'll just finish this one thought. Some people are outliners. Maybe you want to outline every individual petal, and you can totally do that. You can shade out, if you're an artist who is like understanding of value and shading, you can darken out and add shadows to the bottom petals if you want to get more detailed. That's completely up to you. Remember, I'm a bare bones girl. I try to teach it so that everybody can do it and can do something, make something beautiful, and then you can take it as far as you want. Okay, so white. Are we talking about like Q-tip in the white? I'm so excited that we used a Q-tip this time. The white highlight. Okay. The main places that we are going, if we're thinking about where the sun is, and we're thinking of where the, how the sunflower is, like what parts of it are sticking out. The center of the flower is bowed, right? Like kind of like an upside down bowl. So if the sun is coming from the top left, I put a couple white dots around where the bump of the flower would be, if that makes sense. So where we have the black hole, we're just highlighting where the little I just keep calling them nodules. I don't really know what they're called. Sunflower seeds? Who knows? So on the top left side of the center, you can even like blend it out a couple more. Like you can bring more out this way if you want. There's not loads of rhyme or reason to them. We're just trying to show that the flower is not flat, okay? Like we want to trick people's eyes to think that the flower is bowed up. Now I'm just like making spots everywhere. And then the white I put on this side was around the rims because those kind of stick out more. They're sunken on the sides and they bow up, and these are probably about the same height as the middle. So with my either white brush or my little Q-tip, that's where I put the bright white on the center. And then when I brought white throughout everything else, again, some people don't want to do this. This is if you want to add more detail into your petals. You can hardly see it from far away. But what I did was I took a smaller brush and I made a concoction of water and paint that's not as thin as the chocolate milk we started with. We want a little bit more paint than water, but we want lots of water so that it is a little translucent, okay? You can always wipe off some extra on your rag. And I started at the tip of my petal, and these are the petals on the front row. Whoop. And I just brushed down a little bit, like drew almost like hairs. Can you see that at all? And kind of brought little white thin lines. You can hardly even see it. I'm drawing them a little darker so that it shows up on the camera. But these were just showing how to add just a little bit of texture. Because if you like Google sunflower, you will see that the petals are kind of, what's the word? Textured, right? You think a petal has like a line down the middle and it kind of splits a little bit. So that's what I'm kind of trying to imply with the white, but then my camera just blows it out and you can't even see. Did that answer your question, Sky? Or am I just rambling about the wrong things? And so because a painting isn't a painting without some splatter, I know some people are finishing up and that's totally okay. I'm just gonna splatter for fun because that's who I am, right guys? I'm gonna do a little bit of green. I see a couple more people. Ooh, I haven't seen a chase painting in so long. I'm excited to see. What do we got first? Look at, I love the black background. Beautiful. Ooh, that's really pretty. I like that one. I like that. Oh, Rachel, it's been so long that you forgot to send it in keep-in message. No shade, just kidding. But remember, send those again in just, what did you say? Keep in message. Because I can't see. It's weird, ones are showing up on my phone that aren't showing up on my computer for some reason. Alright, that was the group shot we got. Okay, why haven't I seen this one? Oh, look how pretty and dainty that one is. See, isn't it cool to see like how they grow, the petals? Doop, doop, doop. I love that. The process is the best! Okay, I'm just gonna do some splatter for fun in case anybody wants to learn splatter today. Oh, I got some more pictures sent in, but we'll go back to that in one sec. I'm bad at time management today. Here I am talking about all these consistencies, these water consistencies, and we're going back to chocolate milk. Oh my gosh, Dresden coming in with a potato. Just so you guys know that potato is like the craziest prop you could ever give anyone. Thank you. You bring art into so many. You deserve appreciation. You are the sweetest angel in the world. I could cry. Thank you. That's why I do it, you guys. I love seeing like people who haven't painted in years just like painting again, or people who've never painted just painting cool things. That's so fun. And when I was a little wee gal, painting was my like stress reliever. And it like dampened my anxiety, and it was just like my escape. So I know a lot of people need that right now. So if art can do that for you and I can help do that, we're both laughing. Okay. What am I doing? I made my like chocolate milk consistency. And I'm just gonna like lightly flick at the bottom here. Some green splatter. You help my anxiety all the time. My favorite part of the week. It's a stress reliever for me. I love it, you guys. Yeah, that's, I could cry. That it's a stress reliever for me too. And I will stop talking about it because I am crying. You guys have been like sending me like the nicest messages, and it's just the sweetest. It's been a great release for me too. As I cry on live stream. Thank you. Thanks for the props. Oh, you guys. Okay, what are we doing? Are we like done our flowers? Do we have any more questions? Are you guys wanting to paint a background? Like, I kind of just thought it was cute on a white, what you call it? A white background. I thought that was cool. You can do some like yellow splatter if you want. Thanks, guys. Okay. Whew. Grudge Mania is doing a blue background. Okay, look at that. There you go. For those of you who are here for the first time and don't realize, or like, why are we painting the background last? I just, for some people, your quality of paint can't handle. Like, if you painted it blue, I guarantee you, like, even my yellow couldn't paint on top of blue well. So just to, like, relieve some headaches, I always try to do stuff backwards. But even in my own practice, I paint the backgrounds last because I'm so indecisive that I never know what I want, or I feel like I don't know what the background should be until I see the piece. So if you are one to do a background now, I'm not going to. Sorry, guys. But I just like it white. But the way that I do backgrounds last is with your paint, you would just come like close to but not touching. I always joke, like, play keep away with the painting that you have done already. So you would just paint close to but not touching. So you kind of like paint a white outline. I think it's kind of like a nice look, a nice brushed on, painty, traditionally look you can achieve. And you do that kind of with a nice outline, and then with a bigger brush, you can paint up to that line. Does that make sense, or do I have to paint you guys a background? Because that's rude of me to not. How about, let's do it with the llama. Okay, so you are with some paint, and your background can be whatever. It can be watered down, it can be thick, it can be whatever. But this is what I mean by like the keep away thing. So we're gonna come close to but not touching the cutie little llama. And sometimes you might touch it by accident, but oops, who cares? Whatever. So then once you kind of do that around the whole piece, then with a bigger brush you can come in and kind of be a little more carefree and bring big swipes past this way, but now you've already painted that outline. Does that make sense? I don't mean to be a lazy gal, but I just don't feel like painting a background. Okay, and isn't that the beauty of art? I don't have to. Okay, we've got a couple more, I think. Oh my gosh. Look at that. All of you with the black backgrounds. I love that you guys are all doing them together. Yeah, you guys are the best. Okay, what else? Are we good? Okay, there are some. Oh, so many of you guys sent me. I'm gonna try again in my message requests. I don't know why I can't, why they're not showing up. Again, you still have me if you need questions. Why isn't this working? Okay, we've got another one. Oh, Ashley, I just got your painting with her little babe. I'm trying to... Oh, somebody tried to video chat me. That's cool. Oh, there's so many good ones in my message requests. Okay, I'm going to try to find them all on here again. Okay, let's see. Okay, we've got a beautiful sunflower. Oh, look at that pretty purple background. Beautiful. Okay, what else we got? Oh, that was a video chat. Look at that. I like that one too. I like your petals. Love. All right, we saw the group. We saw the group. Sorry, when I bring them from my message request, they like sneak them in. Ooh, that's a good one. I don't feel like I saw that one. Nice. Oh, there we go. Chase! Look at your colorful sunflower. And did you paint the actual sun up in the corner? Or is that you in the corner? It's the same. You are the sun, either way. Right, we got that one. Do we see this one? Perfect. My phone's just going. I know we've seen all these again, but I'm going to go through because I know we've missed some. Oh, but look at where Ashley was talking about with her daughter. Look how fun. The toddlers have joined in. Beautiful. Oh, I love that one too. I'm going to black and brown. Oh, right. Okay, so I've already got to you, but I know we missed hers. Oh! Okay, beautiful. Both. They're so pretty. I like the lines in this one. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at here. I was so stressed about flowers. And you guys all just killing it. Okay, we saw that one. Getting better. Yeah, see? Do you feel like when you made the dots, did that like feel a bit better? Do you see the difference? Maybe even bring some more, like maybe break up some of the dots a little bit more. Ooh, look how fluffy this one is. Ooh, I like your leaves too. Those are nice and dainty. Oh, the blue's nice. Ooh, you guys choosing the blue background. That's nice. You love it? Good. I am happy you love it. And you're going to try a blue sky background. I think you should. It looks like everyone who's done the blue background, it turned out beautiful. And it's like a nice sunny day, right? Oh my gosh, my phone's just ringing. Wow, that one's so beautiful too. Sorry guys, I don't have good synonyms. I'm using the same words for everyone. Cutie. Totally see the dot thing. I'll keep dotting away. Heck yeah. Look there. Right, because you're right. The white. Look at that in the end. Solved. Couldn't even tell that that was changed. Good job, you guys. We just opened my floodgates, so I'm just gonna cry all day now. Okay, okay! I didn't see Rachel's, I saw Chase's. Here's another great night. Excited for the VD van on Thursday. Yes, I think it was your idea. Wasn't it your idea to do the VW bug? Look at the splatter on this one too, side note. Oh, love it. Right, guys, if you tag me in your story, I will post it, always. People love seeing your guys' paintings too. Thank you from the Black Canvas fan. Yay! You guys are the best. I was just ready to do this. Thanks, Anything. Thanks, Donna Ray. You guys, the Black Canvas is... That was great. If you're on YouTube, I'd suggest doing a black canvas. And look at that, you guys. We did it with Q-tips. Should this be my thumbnail this time? Or this? Excited for the VW. Take care, guys. Thanks for putting my name and everything. I love that. I love that more than I should. What else? See you guys Thursday, like everyone's saying on here. Thursday night, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, the huge. Don't worry, it'll be on YouTube for all you YouTubers. Again, sorry if it's weird that I'm talking to randos, and you're watching randos. You guys aren't randos. That was rude of me. But if it's weird that you're not part of the conversation, but this is the best I got now. Again, always feel free. Send me like suggestions, anything. I will update my captions on YouTube if we find anything new. Loving the cat shirt. Thank you. I love it too. I'm sad. I always do this. I always paint in shirts that I don't mean to, and then they become paint shirts, and then they just get worse. But I just... This is my fave. yeah, guys, we're gonna do a VW bug, and then I guess we gotta talk about Satan for a minute. As we have been the last few times. I can't even count how many people have been like messaging me about, even people watching the YouTube video and being like, I want to paint Satan too. So I'm going to do a Draw South Park Satan one of these days. I'm not going to take up a Tuesday or a Thursday. Yes, Satan! Someone suggested goat. Yes, Adam suggested goat head Satan. That way he's an animal, but realistically, South Park Satan is easy to draw. I just am suggesting that I'm going to do it like drawing based with like pencil, crayons, and markers versus painting because he has more like little details. So I've been playing around in my OBS. We can do like where I'm going to have the camera showing what I'm drawing and then a camera looking at me. So we can do that. This is beautiful. Mikey loves Pokemon. I'm assuming that says Pokemoning. Thank you. I taught a bunch of people how to paint this today. I'm going to put it on my YouTube in a minute, so by tomorrow you can follow along and paint one yourself. But yeah, okay guys, we'll do like maybe like next Wednesday or something. We're going to do a Draw South Park Satan. Because the people want it and I give the people what they want. I paint it for the people, right? Okay, so that's happening. I just can't believe how many people are like so pumped on Satan. So we're gonna do it, I guess, and we're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be fun. I love South Park, so I think it'll be fun for the people who want to, but I'm not gonna take up like a paint night Tuesday or Thursday because you guys are committed to those. And painting's more stress-free, drawing is not as. So, okay, cool. Send me a message if you guys actually... Just kidding, I actually did a poll on my Instagram. I don't even know why I'm saying let me know if you want to, because like 300 people said they wanted to paint him. And I know not that many people are going to actually come, but we're doing it. So thanks for joining on the flowers. They turned out beautiful, like you all. See you. Thank you for all the laughs. Hey, anytime, you guys. Thanks for laughing with me. I'm home alone for the month. My boyfriend's out of town, so you guys are who I'm hanging out with. So appreciate it. And, you know, what's the use? Like and subscribe. YouTube, Instagram, caffeine. Watch them all. I'm on them all most of the times. And we will get you painting. Whether you're scared to or not, you're going to paint with me one day. Okay, guys? That's going to be my exit today. I'm going to bully you into painting. Okay. Bye, guys. You're the best. Talk to you later. Bye, Amber. This was so relaxing and fun. A sparrow bird. Yes. Like I said, don't make me cry again, you guys. That's all I want in the world. Okay, have a good night and see you on Thursday.